Team Aloha, the only team that can beat the heat in South Florida. It's a terrible thing when your AC system isn't working properly, especially in the blistering Florida summer. If your AC system's acting up, here's a few things you can check on your own to save you time and money before you call Aloha for service. Before you call for service, check the thermostat and make sure that the selectors are set to cool or heat and not off. In cooling mode, the temperature needs to be below the room temperature. In heating mode, the temperature needs to be adjusted above the room temperature. When you have a humidistat, it should always be set to on. If you happen to have an Aloha decal on the humidistat, set it to home. Another thing to check before you call for service is the return air, to make sure that the airflow is not restricted. This jacket here is a perfect example of restricted airflow, and I would recommend that it get hung in a different location. Also, check the filter to see if it's dirty or clean. A dirty filter can cause the unit to ice up. This here is a dirty filter. When installing a new filter into the system, you want to check the directional arrow that show the direction for the airflow. And you want to put the arrows pointing towards the way the air goes. If you do restrict the airflow to the air handler, you could cause the unit to ice up. When the unit's iced up, it's impossible for a technician to diagnose it. The way to defrost the system without having to waste the technician's time or pay the technician to de-ice it for you is to set the thermostat from cool to off and from auto to on. This way the fan will run and defrost the coils for you, so when the service technician arrives, he can go straight to diagnosing the problem. Another thing to check before you call for service is the safety float switch located in the drain line. If you pull it out and you see water is backed up in the drain and overflowing, it's okay to continue to run the system as long as you can catch that water without it causing damage to the home. If you feel you cannot and it's going to cause damage to the walls or the floors, then simply keep the unit off until a technician arrives. Another common thing we have people check is the communication between the thermostat, the outdoor and indoor units. The way to reset that communication is to set the thermostat to the off position, then turn off the breaker for the indoor and outdoor units. Wait 5 minutes, then turn the breakers back on. Then set the thermostat to cool and adjust the temperature to the desired setting. Wait 15 minutes. If you're cooling, great. If not, call Aloha for service. A way to check the outdoor unit to see if it's working properly is feel the air. It should be blowing nice and warm. That way you know it's cooling inside.
Call Aloha AC at 954-324-3164 or schedule an appointment online at alohaac.com/beat the heat.